Hey guys, and welcome back. Just got back from vacation, and we're gonna jump straight into another rebuild. One of my favorite clubs, a club that hasn't been doing so great so far. I believe they only have one win from 11 games. It is Crystal Palace, a team I have a jersey of. They actually were partnered with my university, so somehow close to my heart. I do respect them a lot, and I like their kits because they look very cool. They did lose Michael Olise in the summer for a lot of money. Their team is not so great. They have Eze. They made some good signings. They just haven't clicked yet. Um, and that's the biggest issue right now with Crystal Palace. They bought Eddie Nketiah in, and they haven't been able to integrate the team. If we haven't updated the database. I think their best loanee was probably Chalaba, a very good player. I think they have not a bad team. I also like this defender. He's very good. They bought him from Wolfsburg. And then, I mean, Matheus Franco, we already knew. He was at the club. Who else did they bring in? I know they sold Michael Olise for big money. Says 10 million on this database, but that's not how much they got for him. Some other big players are probably already in the squad. Let's have a look. We have Eddie Nketiah who joined. We have Daichi Kamada who joined. We have Adam Wharton who is probably the kid of the team. They also brought in Riyad, who's a good defender, but their best player is Mark Gahey for sure. So it's gonna be interesting. It's a strong team, but we're gonna have to come up with something that can, help the team because right now we are predicted to finish in 12th, and they're currently 17th in the 18th in the league stage. They are really struggling. So let's see what we can do in this rebuild. Can we get Crystal Palace back into Europe? I want to get them to Europe, maybe challenge for a Premier League title. We're gonna see. I really like Crystal Palace, so I'm not gonna put like any. It's just gonna go until I get like achieve my goal of either winning a Champions League or a Premier League. Let's see what happens. Well, we are back. And first of all, let's go through the transfers. You can see I didn't do anything. Tactically, we did run with this formation here. Uh, Gegenpress attacking actually. I did shorter passing, slightly higher tempo, underlapping here. Set pieces, narrow, low crosses, pass into space. Yeah, here's standard. And then here, standard defensive line, get stuck in, step up more, invite crosses. And then I have some things on each of our guys. So stay wider, tackle harder, mark specific player. Just adding a thing. I'm learning more as I go. But let's look to see how the season has gone. Starting at the beginning, we did win the Friendly Cup. Not impressive, but a very good start to the season actually. Not dropping a point until we played Man City in October, then losing the fourth round of the Carabao Cup. It's unfortunate. We did lose to Aston Villa, to Arsenal, Liverpool. So right now we're in January, and we have only lost to Liverpool, Arsenal, Aston Villa, and Man City. So I think we're probably up there. And as we expected, we are a little bit up there. 20 games, 38 points, fighting for a European position. We have the third round of the English FA Cup. Eddie Nketiah seems to be our main striker, scoring 11 goals, Eze with 7 assists. I only preferred this formation rather than an attacking midfielder because it would put Eze over here, and I don't want Eze in that position. I want him on the left. Um, so yeah, I'm happy. Um, we do we don't really have budget, but we can sell some players because as we look here, we have a lot of players who are not even playing games. So if we can make a profit on some of these players, also contracts expiring. If we look, we have quite a few players with their contract expiring. Um, Maybe we can get a fee for them. I'm not really sure, but we're gonna see what we can do. because we need to make money because we're currently in the negative, um, and we're outspending our payroll. So let's see what we can do in this January window. Hey guys, we are back and it's the end of the season. But before I go, I have signed a player in January. Couldn't sell anyone, but Hakim Ziyech will join us. He still looks very good for his age, and his second stint, he played very well for the Turkish side. I mean, he's a good player. He's only 32, but let's see where we finished. A fourth place finish. Come on, get in there. Fifth round, fourth round. Eddie Nketiah is the top Golden Boot winner. Eze with 15, Kamada with 13, clean sheets. Wow, Dean Henderson with 17. That is crazy. Very good season. Very, very good. As you can see, we were first for a while. We kind of had a little dip, and then we went third, and then we fell down at the last hurdle. But it is a very good, very, very good season. Like in front of like the likes of Manchester United, Tottenham, Newcastle, some big clubs. Mateus Cunha gets relegated, and I look at some of their players are very good. To strengthen my offensive line, Southampton relegated. They have Ramsdale, who's a great goalkeeper. Fulham, they do have Emil Smith-Rowe, which is a very good player. Could add some firepower to the team. But yeah, looking around, I'm very happy with this team. 62 million, and hopefully we can sell some players now. We have a lot of players going out of contract, so it's gonna open up a lot of money, a lot of wage bill. So we'll have to see what we can do with the money, and let's see who we buy in the summer. Because right now, Eddie Nketiah, he scored a lot of goals, but is he the best striker? No. I need a better right midfielder, my right winger, in my opinion. I think that's our biggest weakness, and maybe Richards is pretty good, but he's more of a centre back. Need a right wing back, and then I think a better defensive midfielder. I think Lerma is good, but he's getting to the age. And then goalkeeper Dean Henderson isn't what you call the greatest goalkeeper. Again, he had a good season. Maybe it's time to sell him, make some money. But I'm very happy overall with the season. And if we go to selection info, as you can see here, 26 from Eddie, 15 from Daichi Kamada, and 13 assists. 13 assists from Sar as well. 18 from Eze. Sar had a good season. He's 27. He is wanted, so trying to sell some of these players, make some money, and come back stronger. Alright guys, we are back and we're going to go straight into the transfers. Our first two signings of the window and two sales were Mark Carnecci from Atalanta, 14 million. Very good player, cheap as well. Kyle Walker-Peters, an Englishman who can play on both sides. Another important, we sold Will Hughes and Jeffrey, and then we spent a little bit more. Two signings costing money. Andrea from Wolves to improve that defensive midfield slot. He's a good player. He's young. Emmanuel Umega, who's a 6'5" big boy with 17 jumping reach. I think this guy could become an important player. And I got him because I sold a lot of attacking players, including Mateta. So he's a replacement for Mateta. Ziyech, as you knew, we already joined backup goalkeeper in El Capri, who's also a decent goalkeeper. Pierre, this guy is still natural fitness. He's a monster. He's very physical, so I decided to also bring him in as a backup option. We bought in Tierney on loan. I think he can be a very important player, and we got Sheldrop on a free as well. We sold 100 million, Dean Henderson for 40 million, Sar for 40 million, Mateta for 20 million. Formation is still the same, but our best 11 looks like this. Ziyech on the right, Andrea takes a defensive midfielder. On the right is Peters, Tierney on the left, and the goalkeeper steps in place. But our backup options now, Emmanuel Umega plays in that forward position. In the left, Sheldrop. On the right, Franca. And then here, Højbjerg or Lerma. And then the other one goes here, of Højbjerg or Lerma. And then here, honestly, Adam Wharton is probably the best option. On the left, Mitchell, and back up here in the center backs are Chad, Rad, and Chris Richards. And then on the right we have uh, this guy here, Daniel Monez, as a backup. So it's not the biggest team, but we have an option on the bench for every single position. We still have 56 million. Kind of cut down some debt, but I think the team has gotten stronger. Predicted finish 10th. Gonna be interesting how it works. Um, do my things stay with the players? Yeah, they do. But yeah, I'm excited to take on. It's a lot of change in the team, so I'm excited to see Eddie Nketiah. We got offers for 80 million from Chelsea, but we decided to keep him because he had one good season. Let's see what happens this season, and then maybe in the future we can sell him for a lot of money. Let's get into it. Oh guys, season 2, and we are still here. Still part of the team. We went to the straight to the end of the season where we have finished in 12th. But the semi-finals of the Champions League is definitely something to rally about. Making it to the semi-finals on our first year, finishing. We definitely have more games. We've got a finished squad. I think it's valid. We did beat PSG, RB Leipzig, Ludogorets, Basel, and Red Star. Drew Monaco, lost Sporting and Bayer. In knockout rounds, we beat RB Leipzig on penalties. Round 16s, we knocked out Sporting. Quarterfinal, we beat Aston Villa, where we met our demise against Bayer. You know, falling down the standings might actually be a blessing in disguise, as we had a lot more games. We never actually started off well this season, um, but we had the Champions League more games. Maybe it just had not as much team coverage, maybe some injuries. Let's go to selection info, have a look. 14 goals from Eddie Nketiah, nowhere near where he had last season. Eze with 12, Kamada with 11, Andreas Sheldrup with 11. Tierney played pretty well. Tyrell Mitchell is a little bit alienated. Emmanuel Omega didn't play that much games, but he scored 4 from 6 starts. Matheus Franca pretty well. Maybe we maybe the squad is little bit too thin, but we gotta keep into consideration. The team are still getting to know each other, still developing relationships, and we had the Champions League as a big distraction. But if we look at the stats, does that tell our story? Yellow cards 71, possession we were 10th, 10th allowed 10th. We were practically a middle of the table team, so yeah, I mean, we didn't score many goals. 7 goals in the Premier League by Eddie Nketiah and Eze. So not a lot of goals coming through. Um, we definitely have to improve the team a little bit. But as you can see, the debts are being cleared. We have 70 million. Might be the time to sell Eddie Nketiah. He wants to move to a bigger club. We have Mitchell who wants to leave. Eduard who wants to leave as well. This guy wants a new deal. So I think we will make some changes. I do like my midfield. I like this. Uh, we need maybe some more creative minds. We'll have a look. But I think we need to improve our left back position. Um, Centre back, I think we're happy with that. We'll keep it like that. See how things go next season. Well, guys, the window has still going, but I think I've done my business. Brought in Martin Vidic as our first signing, a centre back. Just give a little bit more strength to the team. We did sell Jefferson Lerma for 70 million. Then we bought 4 more players. Ronny Bargi to strengthen that right side. Ziyech is getting a little old. Ronny Bargi is going to take that position. Luis Felipe on a freebie as a backup option. Frank Kessie, who is an amazing player. And Matheus Cunha for 40 million. We did sell Eddie for 78 million. And if you compare him to Matheus Cunha, I think Matheus Cunha is basically a better player, and he's the same age. He's better physically, better speed, more attacking. Some things are not so great, but I think he is going to be a cracking signing. Just by clicking on it, he looks much better. Yeah, and I think he's going to be important. And the formation has been changed. We're playing now a 4-2-3-1. I think we weren't scoring enough goals, so I wanted to put Eze there to potentially give us another option. He does have the hold up ball, run from position, move in channel, and get further forward. So I want him to hold the ball so we can, um, as you can see here, we can. Oh, no, is it here? We can underlap the left and right side with the inside forwards. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. We changed the fullbacks from support to offensive because now we have two defensive midfielders to cover. So we're going to see how this plays out. We're still playing with attacking formation. I don't know where the season preview puts us. 11th, still good. We do still have like 100 million, but hopefully that cuts down some of the debts. Let's see what we can do in this season. We definitely have more players, so that's good. We have more options. We're not in the Champions League this time around, so let's see what we can do in this third season. Hello guys, and welcome back. It is season 3. As you can see, I changed the name. Um, let's see how we have done in the league. It's a third place finish. Third place, much better, much better. 71 points. Let's go to the Carabao Cup to see. We did not win it, but where did we go? Beat Morecambe, beat Everton, lost to Arsenal, who won the cup. And there's the FA Cup, which we did win. We are FA Cup winners, beating Man City. Let's go through the third round. We beat Barnsley. Then we beat Brentford in the fourth round. In the fifth round, we beat Tottenham 4-0. What a tonking! Absolutely. Mateus Cunha with 2 goals there. Quarterfinal, we beat Wolves. Cunha didn't score against them because he respects them. Semi-final against Hull. That is fair. 2 own goals for them, which is kind of sad. But in the finals, we beat Man City. Eze scored a penalty, and Erling Haaland has scored a penalty. But Andreas Schaudrap did win us the game. We played better than them. What about... Yeah, that's it, actually. I forgot we're not in the Champions League. But as you can see here, Kamada actually played good average rating. Carnacci had a lot of clean sheets. But if you look at goals, Eze had 14. Kamada had 11. Mateus Cunha had 11. So we're not really scoring many goals. Man City won the league. They have Šeško and Erling Haaland up there. So very good for them. 71 points, our highest points total. Let's look at stats. Form, we ended the season with the best form. We scored the 4th most goals. We allowed the 2nd least. So, I mean, it goes to show that we're very solid defensively. We're just not scoring enough goals offensively, which is kind of weird since we are playing quite an attacking formation. Let's go to selection info to see what has happened. Mateus Cunha with 19 goals turned out to be a great signing so far. Eze with 17 in his new position, definitely improving. Kamada with 11, 14. Ronny Bargi, the signing, 12, 14. Matheus Franca also did very well this season. He's going to be improving. Mark Gehi scored a few goals. Emmanuel Umega, he's getting 16 off the bench. Good average rating. So some people are a bit sad. If we look at playing time, we have Luis Felipe, Ziyech, and Lacroix, who are all unhappy. But I think we can probably sell these 4 guys, these 4 guys here, and then this guy, and this guy, and this guy. I think we could sell all of these guys. I want to keep Adam Morton and Emmanuel Umega. Matheus Franca, obviously going to keep him. But where do we strengthen this team? Kessie, I mean, he's played very well. He's helped us a lot. He didn't actually have a good average. Maybe I sell him back to Saudi. Gonna have to see. We have 20 million. It's not a lot of money, so I'm gonna have to make some sales to make some money. I guess they absorbed all the money that we had left over, but it is a top 3 finish. Very pleased with that. Let's keep going forward. Next season, we have won an FA Cup. We are in the Champions League next season. Let's see what we can do. Well, guys, I think I'm plenty satisfied with my signings. We have 2 players on a freebie coming through, 17-year-olds. But we picked up 4 players. Nelson Viper, 15 million, and a striker, but he can also play in the back all around. Not the greatest, but he's pretty decent. We bought Alberto Moreira, who can play on the left. I think he'll challenge for that position. And then we have João Gomes, defensive midfielder, because I did sell Frank Kessie for 80 million. He wasn't going to resign, and I didn't want to lose him on a freebie, so I sold him 80 million profit. We bought in Roger Ibanez as we sold Luis Felipe for 23 million. We also sold Maximum for 38 million. So realistically, we just made some money, and that's about it. Yeah, the tactic is the same. Best 11, practically the same. Decoria comes in instead of Kessie, but we still have Joe Gomez and Hjoberg who can play here. On the right we have Franca, on the left we have Alberto Moreira, and then here it can be Kamada, and then in the front it can be either, Nelson Viper, Emmanuel Umega, who I might have to loan out because he is not getting any game time. But we still have 2 defenders. We have Chad Riyad and Roger Ibanez. We have Chris. So it should be okay. Let's see how the season goes. I haven't been able to find like any good signings, so and reputation is not quite high enough. So let's see how we can do in this 4th season. Hey guys, we're back. Season 4. We already went through the transfers. Let's jump straight into. It is a 4th place finish. 68 points. Went back a little bit, huh? 12 defeats. 12 defeats. Goal difference is still there. Let's go into the Carabao Cup, which Liverpool have won. So Liverpool beat us in the final. We beat Blackpool, Everton, Man City 4-1, Cardiff. We lost to Liverpool. Liverpool, so they won the league, and they also did win this game. They deserved it as well. They played better than us. How about the FA Cup? Liverpool won it again. Liverpool have done the domestic treble. We lost in the 3rd round against Arsenal. So the only hope is the Champions League, round of 16. Where is our goal scorers? 14 goals from Sheldrup. If he had 14 goals and 13 assists, that's a little concerning. Let's check out in the Champions League. Real Madrid did win that, so no Liverpool quadruple. Round of 16, yeah, we went to the playoff round, we locked out Salzburg, but then we got unlucky against Man City. Liverpool, where were Liverpool? They went to the semis. Liverpool did lose to Real Madrid, who went on to win it. They have done the double. Wow, incredible scenes, but once again, I'm like, where are the goals? Where are the goals coming from? In form with the 5th, I mean, goals, 2nd most goals, 84, so we are scoring a lot. But we overperformed actually by 16, Liverpool by 14. We allowed a lot more goals this time around. Average cup, wow, 99% of the stadiums bring. But yeah, I'm starting to think, what do I do? What do I do? Let's go to selection info and have a little peek. 19 goals from Matheus Cunha, 16 and 17 from Sheldrup, 16 goals from Emega, who I loaned him out for, so he gets some game time at Lens. He's been playing well there. Kamada, I mean, we're having a lot of goals across the board. What I'm a little bit concerned about is, as they didn't even get starting position, I'm more worried about we don't have a guy who's scoring a lot of goals. We're scoring a lot of goals as a team, but we need to do better than that. And as you can see by past positions, we actually had a really bad start. We were down there. We managed to recover. We were in 4th, and then we went down to 8th, and then we went back to 4th. Interesting. Very tight. 68 points, 64 Aston Villa. We're still in the Champions League for next season, so we have some money. 46 million. The board aren't backing me too much, but it's mostly because of the debt we have. I can't really sign a lot of players. So it's going to be interesting to see what I can do How did our new signing Alberto Moreira do? He did not play a lot at all. We have a good team, so it's hard to, improve this team. That's the main issue. Um, when you have a lot of good players, it's hard. Mateus Cunha is Nelson Viper does look very good though. He's probably a very good striker. Yeah, let's see what we can do. I think this team will only get better as time develops. We just need to improve the bench. We have Ronnie Baji on the bench. We have Kamada on the bench. We have Roberto Moreira on the bench. Decore on the bench. Adam Walton on the bench. We have some really good players on the bench. We just need to improve the team a little bit more. Well, guys, this window, not much activity. Again, you see we're cleaning the debt, but we had 3 signings. Well, 4 signings. I signed this 16-year-old English player, but got 3 freebies. Nathan Ake being the most expensive one in terms of wages. He looks very good still at 33, and I think he can give us that competitive edge. Ivan Toney, a striker, to really give us some more power up front. Saud, um, he is a Saudi Arabian right wing back, full back, whatever he wants to do. So we have changed the formation. It's last season, so I thought let's go all out. We have Ivan Toney, Cunha, we have Nelson Viper, we have Emmanuel Omega. So I'm hoping that that creates a good amount of balance, and we can do well. Might have to change a few things. Um, okay, um, no, it's alright. Should be okay. Let's try and see how this works, and if it's not working, maybe we have a little change. We'll have to see. Um, did we sell any players? Didn't make any sales, so pretty much the same team. Let's see what happens. Right, guys, season 5, and as you can see, not much transfers have been done, and we jump straight in. Yes, we have won the league in the final season. What a season to finish off! Quarterfinal of the Champions League as well, quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup. But we have won the league. I, you can't write this. Top scorer is Mateus Cunha with 14 goals. 14. And then we have 12, 12. So we were just a good team. As you can see towards the end there, we just walked the league. Who's there? Yeah, Tottenham. It's up there with us, but Crystal Palace have done it. They have lifted the Premier League trophy. Very good. Change formation for a Hail Mary and it worked. Let's go to selection info. 23 goals from Mateus Cunha. Nelson Viper with 19. Andreas Schaudrup 17, 14. Ivan Toney with 12, 4. Mega isn't up there, but Andre with 8 goals. Mateus Frank with 7. Ake with 7. Eze with 6. Ronnie Baji didn't play that much actually. Where is Omega? Omega, he only played 6 appearances, 2 goals. Wow, cannot believe it. We have won the league in 5 years with Crystal Palace, and we have made it far in the Champions League as well. We finished in the top 8, losing to Man City, Barcelona, drawing with Copenhagen. Went to the round 16 where we beat Man City, and then we beat. No, we lost to Real Madrid. They absolutely blasted us. we were we were winning, and then we got rammed. Wow, 8 goals. That's bad. That is bad. Kylian Mbappe hat trick, Vinicius Junior hat trick. PSG did win that time around, but I'm very happy. I mean, if you look at our Champions League in the third season we didn't, but the second season here we made it to the semi-final, and then we made it like every season we were kind of making it somewhat far, but we are incredible, and it's an achievement. It's the first Premier League trophy, their first FA Cup. I think it has been and a very good rebuild, and I'm very pleased. And they have 15 million. The debt is literally almost cleared. So I think if you want to take this over, let me know. But what a save! I gotta be proud of this one. Gotta be proud. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good night, or good morning, or good afternoon.